All right, I'm out of it.
You grow up, you want to be a rock star. When I started singing, people just totally looked at me completely different.
Sebastian Bach came screaming into the metal nation in 1989 with hard rock hitmaker Skid Row. In heavy rotation on MTV, he quickly became rock's most popular leading man. But tensions with his bandmates brought Sebastian down another road altogether.
To prove to them I've made it on my own.
Before his youth had gone wild, Sebastian was a Canadian choir boy.
I went to a private school, a boys' school. I was a lead soprano in my boys' choir when I was a boy.
By the time he was 17, Sebastian was singing a different tune. So he skipped school for stardom.
When Motorhead came out and Iron Maiden and really heavy bands. And that's when I really got into rock.
The dean brought him into the office and said, Sebastian, you have a reputation of being a rocker.
I told my mom and dad I'm moving to Toronto. I'm going to be a rock star. And they go, no, you're not. And I go, yes, I am.
After fronting bands in the Great White North, Sebastian headed to South Jersey to join Skid Row, scoring a major record deal at the tender age of 19.
We were the first hard rock band to debut at #1. That was kick-ass. That was totally cool.
Skid Row first hit MTV in 1989, but it was Sebastian who caught everyone's attention.
Everybody just loved him. Everybody was his friend. All the girls wanted to go out with him. He was just the most popular thing after that was it.
Hanging with MTV means hanging with me. We released 7 videos in a row that went to #1 on MTV's Top 20 Countdown. Youth Gone Wild, 18 in Life, Monkey Business, Wasted Time, Piece of Me, Slave to the Grind, I Remember You. Those all went to #1.
While quickly making a mark, Sebastian and Skid Row went on big-time tours with Aerosmith and Guns N' Roses.
Meet the new bad boys of rock and roll.
Well, he was 18 or 19 years old. Here's the world at your feet. Have fun.
Can I roll a joint on film?
He felt great. It was incredible. It was his lifelong dream. Oh, my God.
It was the first time I got 20,000 people on their feet. I'll never forget that. Gives me chills all over my body. I'll never forget that.
But life on the arena stage also brought its share of trouble to Sebastian.
I got into an altercation with a fan opening up for Aerosmith.
Who the f did that, man? Who the f did that?
That's the night that Sebastian allegedly responded to being hit by a bottle thrown from the audience by throwing a bottle back into the crowd and seriously injuring the face of a 17-year-old girl.
This was the worst night of my life. You know, a couple of people got really hurt, and I really got in a lot of trouble.
We got the call that an innocent girl was hurt.
And I was never allowed to say sorry.
I wasn't allowed to. It's called tampering with the witness.
And I want to say I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And if that gets me in more trouble, I'm used to it. I am sorry.
Sebastian's larger-than-life persona made him a rock icon, but his bandmates were fed up with living in his shadow.
You are the front man. You become the focus of the band. That might have made some of them a little envious.
The focus that I received made the other dudes in the band hate my guts. We got asked to open for Kiss on the reunion tour on New Year's Eve in New Jersey, my hometown, you know. And Rachel, the bass player, had his punk band, and he was busy with them, and he didn't want to do the show. Needless to say, this pissed me off, and I called him up, and I said I was going to kick his ass, you know. And I wasn't around. I wanted to kick his ass. And I let him know. And they fired me.
In 1996, Sebastian lost his spot on Skid Row. Suddenly, his reign as a rock star was over.
Of course, it's completely depressing.
He was feeling alone. He was at home going, great, that was my life. Now what am I going to do?
So after, you know, my dreams come true, and then it's all over.
After a 2-year hiatus, Sebastian scored a 4-album deal with Spitfire Records and returned with his first solo effort, Bring 'Em Bach Alive.
Hi, MTV, he is the man.
While on the road, Sebastian got a surprising call to audition for the lead role in the Broadway play, Jekyll and Hyde.
I've never done any acting like this. I've only seen a couple of Broadway plays.
I said, go in there and just sing.
I mean, I've been singing all my life, so if you're gonna have like a scream off or a sing off with me and some actor dudes, I will win.
Naturally, Sebastian got the part.
My cell phone rings, it's my agent, and he goes, can I ask you a question? How does it feel to wake up today and be a Broadway leading man? I go, shut the crap up. I go, are you kidding me? And I can start crying, you know. I'm like, I just couldn't, you might as well just kick me right in the throat or something.
With a 4-month run as Dr. Henry Jekyll and Mr. Edward Hyde, Sebastian Bach went from Skid Row to Broadway.
We are in London, England in 1886. I play a doctor, you know, with all my hair slicked back and an English accent. And people are going, where's Sebastian Bach? Who the hell is that?
His fans are definitely there. You'll see the girls dressed up with their studs and their, you know, their chains. And
You want Broadway?
Yes, I'm Jekyll and Hyde.
No noticeable behavioral differences.
It's very dark, and it's very, you know, hard rock. It's a rock and roll play. You know, sex and drugs and violence and blood and smoke and fire. It's not The Lion King. That is pretty metal right there, brother. It's really something that I don't want to end. I'm already dreading the last time I do it because it's gonna break my heart because I love it. I really do. That's me, dude. When I look at my billboard, it's rock and roll. I didn't say, now I'm gonna be a Broadway guy. I just am myself. You know, I'm Sebastian Bach, and that's it. I've never stopped rocking. Jeez, let that be a lesson, posers.